What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Powerplaycj. As many of you know, for Predators fans, Christmas has come early, I guess. It's 9 months away, but it's 3 months early or late, depending upon how you look at the calendar. Alexander Radulov, who took a 4-year sabbatical to the motherland after having a 58-point second year with the National Predators, has announced he's coming back. He should play Thursday night against Pittsburgh. But I'll give a little background on what's changed since A-Rad left. I just want to point this out. The team he played for this year, Ufa Salavat Ulayev, where he obviously led in scoring, 63 points. Here's some of these names that he played with. Oleg Saprikin, Viktor Kozlov, Alexander Svitov, who was a third overall pick by the Tampa Bay Lightning, Antti Pilstrom, former Nashville Predator, his brother Igor Radulov, who played a couple games for the Blackhawks a while ago. This team was just... Yeah, he played 43 games for the Hawks. Wow, a long time ago. 2000, for the lockout, 03 and 04. He had 5 goals in a 7-game stretch in 03. It's pretty cool. But, wow, this is a team of beauties, as I say. It's goalies. Eric Erzberg, former LA King. Jesus, this is... Vili Koistin played 3 games for him, another former Nashville. So I guess this is like Nashville in Russia. Wow. These names are really jumping off the page at me. A lot of beauties. Robert Nilsson, former Edmonton Oiler and New York Islander. So back to A-Rad though. He's been quoted by hockey pundits everywhere as being the best player not currently in the National Hockey League right now. And look what that does for the Preds. They've got one of the best goalies in the world in Rene. Suter and Weber. Weber's arguably the best offenseman in the NHL. Depends upon what your definition of best is. Obviously Carlson's having a great year, so that kind of spews that argument. But obviously Suter's great, and now you add one of the best forwards in the world. I'm not gonna say forward was a weakness, but compared to the other two positions, yeah, it was. I mean, let's be totally honest there. Fisher. First line center. I mean, he's a good player. I like Mike Fisher a lot, but not exactly, Wayne Gretzky or Vinny LeCavalier circa 2004. But let's go through. The last year he played in Nashville, 07-08. Dumont and Arnie are gone. So let's see: Erat, Legwand, Tutu, Weber, Suter. That's it. And Rene played 1 game that year for them. So, wow, 6 guys that he played with. And, I mean, that's the nature of the beast in the NHL, so much roster turnover and all that. But, it's a whole new feel in the locker room, where Dumont, Arnott, guys like that were the leaders back then, 4 years ago. Suter and Weber now are captain, alternate captain, respectively. And, they're really good friends with him. They've kept in contact with him despite his leaving in the middle of the night. And, the Predators are going to welcome him back. They're going to need some scoring. Look for him to be a huge contributor on the stretch. I think Trotzy's going to start him on the third or fourth line, let him get his NHL legs back under him, and then, it's the ball's in his court. I think he's really going to be a guy they're going to call upon to, play a top 6 role, play with, either Fisher or Legwand going forward, and, really do his thing. He's going to be guys we counted upon. Prototypical Russian right wing, left shot on the right side. Can tee it up. And I think one thing that really stands off the page, for me anyway, about him is during his rookie year, he played 64 games with the Preds, but 11 games, with Milwaukee. Led the NHL rookies in plus minus. There's something to be said about that, I think there's going to be a little bit of a feeling out process. Obviously, the trust factor may not be there right away, but I think come playoff time, 22 days away, they're going to... and if they want to overtake St. Louis and get that number 1 spot in the West, they're going to need him to be clicking. It's not out of reach. But, I think right now, nothing's a lock in hockey, but they got to be locked for the conference finals if Radulov is playing as well as everyone is saying is. We always knew he was a great player when he was with the Predators originally, but he's improved exponentially with age. He's 21 when he left. He went to one of the other great leagues in the world. I'd say it's a little bit better than the AHL, the KHL. He had seasons of 48 points in 52 games, 63 points in 54 games, 80 points in 54 games. Then this year, 63 points in 50 games, So, the offense is there. He can pass it, and his shot is amazing. He's got he brings some charisma to the lineup. Obviously, his sellies are great. And I'm curious to see how the Nashville fans are going to welcome him back. Is it going to be LeBron's return to Cleveland, or is it going to be, Charles Barkley's return to Philly, using two basketball comparisons. And it's different because you're with the same team you played with originally. But, the sabbatical you took was to Russia, not to another team. So, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. I missed him as a Predators fan and as a hockey fan. He's really a guy that's great offensively and will really bolster a top 6 forward core. A lot of BS about the transfer agreement. I'm not getting into that right now. I think it's irrelevant. Right now, all that matters is for the Predators is the playoffs. This is the year. We got to convince Suter to stay, to convince Weber to stay. Bringing Radulov in helps you with both those. So we'll see what happens. I'm really excited, and I think he's going to score some real clutch goals, and hopefully he's what it takes to get over the hump. He's kind of a trade deadline acquisition that you didn't have to give up anything for. You had to give up a lot for Gil, Kostitsin, and Gostad. So getting him for nothing, which is par for the course. You spent a first-round pick on him, 8 years ago, and then lost him in the middle of the night to the KHL. So I guess it's the nature of the beast. But I'll see how it all works out. That's it for this episode of the Power Play with CJ on Alexander Radulov's return to the National Hockey League and the Nashville Predators. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season. Later, guys.